You're not receiving the message I'm sending you. Mr. Manning told you. You play the fool in here and minimize, I'm going to be the first son of a burns you. And you're doing just that. I hate to sit here and see you piss away your life. I'm tired of it. I hate seeing this happen to people. I've done everything I can to bring you a boss. You better get the cross on this thing and get bloody well ahead of it. Or you'll pay for the remainder of your natural-born goddamn life.
On May 27, 2022, the police responded to a robbery where 2 men were robbed at gunpoint and then shot and killed. The victims had been drug dealers, and thousands of dollars in cash and drugs had been stolen from their home. The police checked surveillance footage in the area, and they noticed a red truck registered to 23-year-old Mason Thompson leaving the area with 22-year-old Skylar Vanhouten seated in the passenger seat. The next day, Mason painted his truck black with spray paint, so the police believed that the 2 men were involved. The detectives decided they wanted to interview Skylar first, so they asked him to come in to answer a few questions. Mason will also receive his time in front of the detectives, but that will take place later on in this video.
So, kind of working this case from Friday, and your name kind of popped up. I mean, it is what it is. We just kind of wanted to kind of hear what you had to say and see if you'd come down and talk to us. So, dude, I really appreciate you coming down here. That obviously looks like you're trying to be honest with us.
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate that. Because you did come down, because you're in a police station, we'll read your rights to you real quick, okay? These are just your Miranda rights. You've seen them on TV before?
The detectives read Skylar his rights, then ask him preliminary questions. Not once does Skylar ask why he's being interviewed by the police, so one of the detectives decides to ask him if he would like to know. Right away, Skylar realizes he should have been the one to ask that question.
Do you know why you're here?
I do not.
Would you like to know?
Yes, I want to know my name is being brought up in.
So actually, we had Mason in here the other day, yesterday.
When's the last time you talked to him?
Work. He works with us.
Who else works with you guys?
Sure.
Just the 3 of you?
Yeah.
So, he asked you, when's the last time you saw
Mason's at work.
You haven't talked to Mason yesterday or today?
Not all weekend.
Did you guys hang out Friday at all, after work?
After work, we probably smoked a blunt, a little joy. And I left in my car and started overheating. Called my uncles up, called my moms up, told them it was overheating. Because they know a mechanic right there on 665. Dropped my car off.
What's Mason drive?
He drives in my truck.
What kind of truck?
Ford. I'm not sure.
What color is it?
Last time I seen it was black.
Okay.
Before that, it was red, right?
It was a red truck.
Okay, so the last time you saw him was Friday, right?
Yeah.
And it was black.
Black.
Except it didn't get painted black until the weekend.
That way. Last time I seen it was black. All black truck.
When's the last time you saw his truck? Did you guys work together this week?
Friday.
Today's Friday.
Wasn't black.
It was last
Friday.
week. Friday.
Well, here's the deal. It wasn't black on Friday. It was still red.
The detectives know that the robbery took place on Friday night, and the vehicle color was changed from red to black on Saturday. When Skylar claims that the last time he saw Mason was on Friday and his truck was black, the detectives know he's trying to hide something.
Let me ask you, I'm gonna be straight up with you, okay? I'm gonna just come out and ask you. Here's the deal, man. You gotta be honest with me. If you lie, we're gonna know you lied. And it's an easy question. Did you help Mason paint his truck black?
I did not.
You did not help Mason paint his truck black?
No. He said he got it painted by somebody he knows. Probably like a geek or something.
When was that? When did he tell you that? You gotta remember, man, this stuff's important. I think you know why we're here, why we're all talking. So it's kind of important.
Well, last time I seen it, it was black. And fucking, he said he had somebody spray painting or painting.
Here's the problem with that. And I'm not calling you a liar, dude. Maybe you got your days mixed up. The last time you saw him was last Friday, right? At 8 p.m., that's the 27th, and you said it was black. Last time you saw him, I already know for a fact the truck was not black at that time. The truck was still red at that time. He didn't paint it till the weekend.
Might have been Saturday. I wasn't there Saturday.
Yeah, you were gone all weekend.
All weekend.
So when did you see the black truck?
Friday night.
It was red Friday night. I know for a fact.
We got it on video pulling into the driveway, and it's red.
As a matter of fact, we got it on video pulling up somewhere else.
Yeah. Hey.
Have you seen the videos floating around?
I'm not.
Does this truck have exhaust problem? Is it loud when it takes off?
I don't think. It's a brand new truck.
I think brand new. It's a 2011.
Yeah, but it stayed off the lot, I thought.
No, it's got like a exhaust problem or something.
Not sure.
So, like I said, Mason was here yesterday. We got the truck yesterday. We impounded that truck from his dad's house.
Have you ever rode in that truck?
I have.
When's the last time you rode in it?
Probably that week. Earlier that week.
So you
When he used to pull it with me at my old house, 66 Sturbridge. That's when it was red.
So the last time you were in it was before Friday?
Before Friday.
Skyler is noticeably nervous, and he still hasn't asked why he's being interviewed. He also is not a very good liar, because when the detectives begin talking about other crimes in the area, including the double murder, Skyler immediately becomes interested in the double murder.
You know which house?
2 kids. I do not know which house.
Francisco. You're on it. You got it. Francisco.
So that's what I'm out here for? You guys are interrogating me for these murders?
We're not interrogating you.
Well,
Watching too much TV.
Questioning me for these murders?
We're talking about it.
Okay. I just want to know what I was up here.
Who was the other one?
I do not know the other kid.
Do you know which house they stayed in?
I do not.
Francisco. That is correct. That is his name.
That's the only kid I knew. Back in...
Do you know his last name?
I do not.
Do you know anything about him?
That he's my age. Last time I seen him was probably like middle school back in PV.
Have you ever been to Francisco's house?
No. So
Francisco lived on Otterbrook, you were right.
When's the last time you were out in that neighborhood?
Since my mom's crib. Since my mom stayed out there.
A year? 2 years?
A year.
That was the last time?
I've been out towards Hubbard
When was the last time you were out off of Hubbard Road?
Since my mom. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you a different way to help you out. Have you been off of Hubbard Road this year? Because you said your mom hasn't lived there since last year, right?
I haven't been out there.
You have not been out there at all this year?
Nothing, no.
Have you been to the Darby Mart this year?
Hell no.
To that little Pete Doughboys, to the bar?
Nope.
Anywhere you haven't been there this year? Okay, that's all. That's where I was going with that question. So tell us what's going on Idlebrook. What's Facebook saying?
Facebook, just two teenagers my age. I got like a whole bunch of people from the community added, so they said, I seen a video on Facebook, a little girl was in there or some shit. I follow everybody so it all pops up. Some shit.
What's everybody saying?
Email said email. So I don't even have no baby moms, trust no girl. I can't, that shit's dumb. Dumbest.
Well, let me ask you this. Your cell phone will not ping out in that area at all?
Yeah.
No, it will not?
It will not.
Okay. Do you have your phone with you?
You don't seem very confident.
No, it won't. If my phone is at charge on home, yeah. If I woke up, dead as a box of rocks. Fucking answer this
So if we do a search warrant on your phone, what he's saying is it's not gonna hit off of those towers anywhere over there Friday night.
Alright, let's say that's from 66 Sturbridge. That's the only towers it'll hit off of, because I used to stay there.
But Friday night, this past weekend, right? It's not gonna ping off of any of those towers out there off of Hubbard?
Right.
Okay.
The investigation into the murders showed police that only one gun was used to kill both victims, which usually means there was only one shooter. What the detectives are hoping for is that Skylar wasn't the shooter. If he wasn't, then they can try and convince him to testify against his friend and potentially receive a lighter sentence.
Here's what I think happened, man. I think somebody tried to rob him, and it went south. It went south real fast. Some people got killed, and they didn't mean to get killed. It is crazy.
Whoever's involved in this needs to get ahead of it now.
Right. You got to get ahead of it, so you're not trying to catch up down the road.
Right.
You know, if it was a robbery and it just went bad, maybe somebody else pulled a gun first, because that's what I think happened. Is somebody else pulled a gun first, and then the bullets started flying, and it was too late.
Truth always comes out.
It does.
Does it? I just don't know how my name got brought up.
Honestly, I don't think you were the shooter.
Definitely wasn't even there.
I don't think you were the shooter, if you get my drift.
I wasn't there, sir.
I think cell phone records are probably gonna say otherwise. Am I right?
No.
But what happens if we get those cell phone records back and your phone pings out there? Like, what do we do?
It shouldn't. It won't. I wasn't even out there that night. I've been out the city all weekend. Seen this dumb shit on Facebook. Call my uncle, call my moms. Been out there with them.
What if by chance, I'm not going to tell you everything I have, because that doesn't help us out, but what if I can prove that you weren't out there all weekend? Then it kind of makes you look like you're not telling the truth.
You can call them and ask them.
Okay, but listen, man, they're family. They're probably going to say, yeah, he was out here, he was with us, but if we can prove it otherwise, that you weren't out there, then it kind of looks different for you. You see what I'm saying? Look, it was either a robbery that went bad, or the other option is that was the intention, was to go in there and kill and murder two people. So it's either a robbery that went bad, or it was a straight premeditated planned murder. And we just got to figure out. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure out which one's which. I don't think you were out at Mom's in Springfield all weekend, man. Be honest with you.
I was.
I think we can probably prove otherwise that you weren't. That's why we wanted to bring you in here and kind of give you an opportunity to explain.
I was, so if you can prove otherwise, then. But I can prove I was out there, so.
So okay, so let's go with that. I hope you're telling the truth. I really do. How can we prove you were out there?
When they ask him if he can prove he had been with his mother all weekend, Skylar claims he was at the DMV, so maybe there was surveillance footage that showed him there. Unfortunately for Skylar, the paperwork in front of the detective proves he is lying.
So the 31st, I'll show you. I don't mind showing you what I have. Look, man, I'm not going to lie to you one bit.
Yeah.
If you have questions, you ask me. I'll answer you everything that I possibly can. I'm going to show you what I have, right? This is your driving record, right? There's your name, there's your address, your Springfield, I think it's Mom's address. You were issued a new ID card, a temporary permit, on May 31st.
Yes.
So I know for a fact, Saturday you weren't at the B&B. So help me, I'm not saying you're lying, maybe you got your dates mixed up.
sure. I was out there all weekend. We went to the B&B.
So what else did you do? You didn't go to the B&B on Saturday, because it says right here.
31st.
Yeah, it was on the 31st.
Okay.
So help me figure out where you were Saturday. Did you eat? Did you eat out? Did you order pizza?
No.
Help me out here. Did you, anything?
You'll get gas somewhere.
Well, my mom did fucking order some Uber Eats. That helps.
You know what
That's
would help? Would you be
But I was
willing?
there.
Would you be willing to take a polygraph test,
Yeah.
lie detector test?
So, like you said, what a lie detector test helps
It's a
us.
truth detector, not a lie
It
detector.
helps us determine if you're being truthful or if you're telling a lie. So if you take the test, that'll help us determine that you're being truthful about your answers. Are you can
So
you do
my
that?
freedom is depending
No.
on
Listen,
the lie detector.
it's just a tool that we
probably
use.
wouldn't even work.
Oh, they work 100%. But listen, don't get frustrated, because I'm trying to help you out. Help me help you. Help me figure out where you were on Saturday, where you were on Sunday. How do I prove that? Can't just call mom's, because mom's gonna say, yeah, he was. I need to prove it, like this. Video.
Who'd you hang out with at your mom's?
Me and my brother.
No family come over? It's Memorial Day.
No.
No cookouts?
Yeah, we did. Cooked 3 little steaks on the grill. Me, mom, my little brother. So that's the only people that be out there.
Even though the police have both men on video in the area at the time the shooting took place, and they have proof that Mason painted his truck, they don't have any evidence that both men are the killers. What they need to do now is convince Skylar or Mason that they have more than enough evidence for a conviction, and hope that one of them will tell on the other.
I don't think you were the shooter,
Wasn't
but
there.
I think it was a robbery that went bad.
Them boys fuck with a lot of people. Probably was, you're right.
I got a dude here that can do a polygraph.
We can do a polygraph. I just want my lawyer to be present. That's it.
Okay.
If you got nothing to hide.
No, it's nothing to hide. It's just my lawyer is gonna be there.
Okay. We can probably arrange that.
The detectives try bluffing Skylar with a polygraph test, and when that doesn't work, they try something else. This time, they tell Skylar there was a video of the 2 men entering the house, and the footage clearly shows Mason is one of them. Now, Mason and Skylar are best friends, so watch how Skylar reacts when he finds out his friend is a murderer.
Did you know that incident was captured on video?
I've seen a video.
What did you see?
A little girl.
No, I mean the actual 2 dudes coming in the house.
Did not see that video.
There's a video of 2 dudes.
It's crazy.
It is. One of them's Mason.
Yeah.
So like I said, man, it's either we got 2 options. It was either straight up planned as a premeditated murder, right? That's one way, or just a robbery that went wrong. We got to figure that out.
Not sure.
Was it over weed? Was it over money?
Wasn't over me, nothing. So where's Mason at? You guys,
We talked to Mason last night.
if he was there, then, you know, I wasn't there, so I can't tell you. I don't know nothing, I swear, on everything.
Well, there's a little inconsistency with your story on the truck. You said you saw it Friday, and it was black.
The last time I seen it was black, yeah.
So then you had to have seen it after Friday, probably Saturday or Sunday, and you said you were in Springfield Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
So that's not accurate. That's not
But I
true.
was, so how isn't it true?
Because the truck was red on Friday.
The truck was red on Friday, they didn't
I
paint
know
it
for a
till
fact.
Saturday.
As a matter of fact, it took more than one day to paint it.
Because
They
we
worked
got them
on it.
on video painting the truck in their driveway.
Over Mason's house. It's on video.
Yeah.
Painting the truck. There's a lot of video here, man. There's a lot of stuff on video.
Crazy.
If you had something to do with this, you need to get in front of it now.
I don't have nothing to do with none of these murders.
Listen, we gotta get past this black truck, because that's a big red flag right now. You saw the truck Friday on Geneva, and it was black. There's no way that could possibly be.
Well, it's black. Last time I saw it, yes.
Okay, I believe you. Now just tell me when the last time you saw the truck. It wasn't Friday.
It was the last day I went to work.
Well, that was Friday, and you already said
Did you work at all this week?
No. Yeah, Tuesday. I worked Tuesday.
Did you see him Tuesday?
It was black. Been black.
You said you didn't see him Tuesday.
If you work, he didn't go to work then. It's me and Lil Troy.
Yeah, that's what you said. So when's the last... We're just trying to figure out the last time you saw that truck.
Friday night.
Friday night?
Gotta be.
Skylar didn't fall for the polygraph bluff or the video of Mason as one of the killers, but maybe they can somehow use his knowledge of the color of the truck against him. All it takes is one small confession by a suspect that can be used to debunk any of their previous statements.
Remember, I told you I wasn't going to lie to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Show you what I got. I already know the truck was red.
It was red.
Right, it was red Friday.
He's been wanting to paint it, yeah.
Right. So when did you see it black?
Last time I saw him.
Listen, man, if you help them paint the truck, just tell me you helped them paint the truck. It's not that big of a deal. We can get past that.
Yeah.
Did you go over there to his house and help him paint the truck?
Was it Friday night?
Was what Friday night?
What you're talking about?
The shooting, the robbery was Friday night.
Okay.
So if you went over to his house, you know which house I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know where his house is.
So if you went over there to...
He still lives there.
Right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 52544 Dwighton Court. So if you went over there to help him paint the truck, just tell me. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. The truck, I just hit it a little bit.
Okay, so you
Black,
did. So you helped him
It
paint.
was already black, though.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say, dude. It's not a big deal. Okay, so what day did you go over there? Okay. Do you have the video of...
No, we don't have
I have it. Okay, so we're past that because we figured out that the truck that he helped paint it black. When you went over to Dwighton.
Dwighton?
To the house, Dwighton Court.
That's his
Yeah, that's his street.
Okay.
All right, so you went over to that house to help him paint it.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, dude, it took us this long to get to this point.
That's yeah.
Just so like spray paint, right? Okay. What day was
About
it?
just scratches and shit. Friday night, should be.
Friday night?
What?
My car overheated.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I was at my mom Saturday, Sunday, Monday, left Tuesday. So everything's got to be Friday.
so it has to be Friday. So when
Has
you,
to be.
so you're saying it was painted Friday? I'm gonna show you again. I have a receipt where he bought paint on what day was that?
Saturday.
Saturday.
He didn't even have paint on Friday.
Yeah. So that means you were at the house on Saturday.
Or Sunday.
Wasn't the weekend.
I'm being straight up with you, right?
We said it again.
Okay, so there's the receipt. There's the receipt from AutoZone. And guess what comes with receipt from AutoZone?
A date.
A date and a
Pictures.
time and video. So helping you.
5/28.
That was Saturday morning. What comes with the receipt? Video. I'm going to say it one more time. It was either planned as a murder or it was a robbery that went wrong. Help me figure out which one it was.
Wasn't there. How am I supposed to know if it was a planned murder or...
Okay. So, the day you were at his house on Dwighton had to have been Saturday.
Okay.
We can say that, right?
Okay, we can go.
Okay. Damn, dude, you're
So I
exhausted.
left Saturday then.
Okay.
Okay, so
So you left Saturday to go to Springfield.
my car was over here, yes. I took it to the shop. My mom's picked me up, yeah. Friday, Saturday.
Okay, so you took it to the shop
Yeah.
on Saturday. Where did you sleep Friday night?
Uncles.
Sure, because you helped them paint the car to truck Saturday. Still with your uncles?
I've been at my uncle's, yeah.
How did you get back from your uncles back to Dwighton?
With my lease fucking work. Always get dropped off for work.
Right, but when you woke up Saturday morning at your uncle's, how did you get back up to Mason's house?
That's what I'm saying. Mason's house on Saturday. That means I went to my uncle's on Saturday night then.
Then what'd you do Friday night?
That's what I'm saying. My car overheated. I called my mom's. Didn't have nowhere to go. Been staying at my uncle's.
So could you have, listen, he's got that whole big house by himself. Could you have stayed at his house Friday night at Mason's?
His baby mom's and shit stays the night over there.
What's her name?
Chelsea.
Chelsea what? Chelsecy? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So, did you or did you not stay at his house on Friday night?
I stayed at his house before, yes.
On Friday, on that Friday, the 27th. Did you stay the night at his house? It would make sense because you helped him paint the truck Saturday. Is it possible?
I got my days confused.
I know you do. That's why I'm trying to help you out.
After work, we went to Mason's crib, I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
Do you need a calendar? Do you want to look at a calendar? Would that help?
Nah.
Okay.
This last week.
So Friday, it was still red. You went to Mason's house Friday night, and then you got up Saturday, and at some point Saturday you painted the truck red or black. Is that right?
Black. He's been saying he wants it black, yes.
Okay. So it was still red Friday night. I know it was because I got on video, and then you helped him paint it Saturday.
That one little confession of, yeah, I helped Mason paint his truck, has now snowballed into something much more. His new story shows police that not only was he in the area on Friday night, but he was with Mason as well. This is why a suspect, guilty or not, should never speak with the police.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I just want to make sure we got our facts right. Okay.
Did you go buy the paint with him?
He had some spray paint.
So you help him paint it Saturday. What time do you think that was?
I don't even know.
I mean, we got the neighbors have video over there, so that's all on video, but just trying to help you with your timeline.
Yeah.
So after you paint the truck, where do you guys go from there?
I left, went to mom's. Had to.
Listen, man, this is going to get kind of harder and harder as you go because the answers are harder to find. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is getting more difficult as we go. Again, the first one that comes and talks to us and says, hey, this is what happened, that's probably going to end up in a better spot.
I don't know what happened to them two kids.
I think you do, man. I really do. I think you do. I don't think you meant to do it.
I didn't do nothing.
So does that mean, I told you, I don't think you pulled the trigger.
I wasn't there. Go and catch the person who was there. Got a video of them. Fucking face.
We are going to catch the people. We are.
Shit like that.
So,
Speaking of that, would you give us your DNA
Yeah.
to try to absolve you?
Fingerprint?
DNA. Swab. Your mouth.
Cool.
you good with that?
My lawyer brother, yeah.
We're not talking about lawyers. We're talking about, will you give us your DNA?
Look, we can go get a form right now. You just
I
have a
just
little...
wanted to be all
Okay.
on document. My lawyer's
It
gonna
is.
write everything down that happens.
Everything's video recorded.
Yeah, but not for my use. I
No,
can't
you
bring
can have a
none of
copy.
this
You can
up.
have a copy of it.
That's what my lawyer's for. She's gonna get the copy. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, if you weren't involved, no reason. There's no reason to have a lawyer be here for anything.
Innocent people don't need lawyers.
I mean, they do, because I've seen innocent people go down for shit. You hear about it all the time.
Skyler, you were there, man. We just need you to tell us the story. You were there. You were there. I can tell you exactly what happened. I can tell you, I got cameras. I got video cameras. You sat out in that truck and you waited. You waited. And then you went in the front door. I can tell you what you were wearing.
You can come look at everything I own. So I'm saying you can do searches on everywhere I stay. Nothing's coming back. I wasn't there. How can anything come back?
Well, I don't think you're being 100% honest with me.
The detectives leave the room to call Skylar's mother and verify his alibi. They also want to look at the shoe prints they found at the crime scene and compare them to the shoes Skylar is currently wearing.
So, here's kind of the deal. We called your mom. We called your mom. We talked to her. She said she didn't pick you up until Saturday. So Saturday at 2:43 is what she said.
2:48 is when you texted her to come get you.
2:48?
Yeah.
2:48. So that would have been Saturday. So how did you get from, we're just curious, how you got from Mason's house back to your car? Do you remember?
Yeah, I walked. Because Mason's house right there, my car was parked right there. I walked and met up with my mom.
I mean, it's a hefty walk.
It's right through the neighborhood.
You gotta go through the neighborhood, right?
One street, literally. Yeah.
Oh, so you walk back? Okay. So we need to talk more about Friday night. Here's the deal. We got another detective right now. He is completing a search warrant for your DNA. Okay, so she's gonna do a search warrant, send it over to a judge, get it signed, and we're gonna come back and collect your DNA. Friday night. Let's talk about Friday night some more. When you got off work Friday night, originally you said you went to your uncle's house. That's where you thought you went. But you actually ended up back at Mason's house, right? That's what you said. Okay. What time do you think you got back to Mason's house?
We got off at 8.
The detectives want to go over his alibi again, but Skylar starts talking very quietly and he claims he doesn't remember. At this point, the detectives' patience is running thin and they are tired of Skylar's lies.
Well, you gotta start remembering something. None of this, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I don't remember.
2 weeks ago, man.
It was a week ago today.
It was a week ago, it was 7 days.
Sorry, a week.
7 days ago.
Long time.
No, it's not a year ago. It's a long time.
Man,
We got your truck on video.
I don't own the truck.
We got his truck on video with 2 dudes in it.
Why does that gotta be me? Just because he's my friend?
Because you're at his house. You think we're stupid?
Nah, but now I'm gonna need my lawyer. Because motherfuckers cussing me and shit. I'm just gonna need my lawyer.
Is that what you want to do? Or you want to talk to me?
Have my lawyer present.
Okay. All right. Well, hang tight. We'll get that search warrant signed, and we'll get your DNA, and then we'll get you out of here.
Okay. So can I call my lawyer?
Oh, you can when you leave.
So if y'all gonna do the
Search warrant's a search warrant.
DNA without my lawyer,
Your search
we might as well
warrant.
do it.
Yeah, your lawyer can't stop it.
So let's do it. I know nobody can stop a search warrant,
Right.
but I just want them to be present.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, if they can be here in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that's fine, but it ain't no big deal. We're just gonna come in, do some swabs, collect it, and we'll get you out of here.
Cool. You can take some swabs.
Yeah, the search warrant says we can. All right, man. If you want to talk to your attorney and you want to reach back out to us, like I said before, this is gonna close up on you real quick. It's gonna get smaller and smaller. Hang tight for me.
Without a confession, the detectives were forced to let Skylar go and continue their investigation. A few days passed, and still the only evidence they had was all circumstantial. Just when the detectives realized that they may never be able to charge the two men, they receive a call from Mason Thompson, saying that he wanted to confess to everything, as long as his lawyer was present. On June 9th, 2022, Mason sat down with the two detectives, a prosecutor, and his lawyer, hoping to convince them that he was just a victim, and everything that happened was Skylar's idea.
Did I tell you, did I make you any promises as far as offers or anything else, right? No. I explained to you that, look, you're gonna talk to us, we'll try to verify the information. Depending on the information and whether you tell the truth, we'll go from there and see where we can go, but I've made no promises to you as far as any offers or how this case could be resolved, correct? Yes. Do you have any questions regarding this letter?
No, I do not.
Do you have any questions regarding this process at all?
No, sir.
If at any time during this you need to take a break or you need to talk to your attorney, you came down willingly, you can walk out, you can talk to your attorney today. If you have any questions for me, we can do that as well.
Okay.
Okay. So since you've gone over this, could you go ahead and sign that for me, please?
Tell us what happened on the 27th.
I believe it was a Friday night. I was at my house. Skyler called me.
Skylar who?
Vanhouten, I believe. He was at another friend's house. I went over there to pick him up. I picked him up.
You worked with him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Troy's tree service?
It's something to that extent, yes.
Okay.
Well, something, wait a minute. You're employed by the father, this was the son's home, correct? Please relax and tell these gentlemen, just slow down. You don't need to be a speed witness, just slow down. It's okay, I know this is difficult, because you're worried. I would be too. But tell these gentlemen in detail everything, 'cause they need to know.
And let me just add to what he said. Look, man, we know 95% of this case. 95% of it. We know what you were doing, what you did afterwards. Just relax. Just tell us. Take your time. Start from the very beginning. Kind of work all the way through that evening. What you did the following day. Where you went. Who you were with. That kind of thing. Just take your time. Relax.
I picked Skyler up.
What time do you think that was?
I would say close to 10, maybe before 10, for sure.
Why'd you go over there? And I apologize for interrupting you, detectives. Why'd you go over there?
To Troy's house?
Yeah.
To pick up Skyler.
Well, why'd you go to pick up Skylar? Did it just come out of the blue? I think I was over at Troy's house. What happened?
Oh, he called me and he told me.
Who called you?
Skyler called me and told me to come over.
Okay. On what basis?
We always hang out over there.
Oh, okay. So you went over to this is Friday night.
Yeah.
You go over to Skylar calls, Sky Vanhouten calls. Says, hey, come on over, we're at Troy's place.
Yeah.
Boom, you go over, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us what happened.
He said he had a place he wanted to go to. There was some money in there. I was hesitant. I didn't want to take him. I didn't want any involvement.
Why? What's wrong with that? Go get some money.
I work for my money. And then, so, he instructed where to go, where the house is at. I drove there.
How bad did you think things might be? Let's just slow down, because there's some details here that are important. You got in the car with this guy, because he said, hey, I know where to get some money. Was there anything that sounded unsavory at that point? Was there any reason that you would be like, you said you were hesitant. Why would you be hesitant? He's going to get some money. He's going to go get some money that they owe him. You sold him a motorcycle. He's going to go get it. What's wrong with that?
I don't know why he would. There is. It wasn't to that extent.
Okay. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm trying to help you out here. I just want you to get this story across to the detectives. I want you to get the facts and the truth to the detectives without minimizing what's going on. I mean, we want to be truthful, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so please tell them.
Where did Skyler want you to go?
He said it was a house. I'm not sure where. I don't know the people. I don't know the house.
Was it ultimately the house you went to?
Yes.
Okay, so that would have been 325 Idle Brook. Okay?
Go ahead.
We pull up to the house. I didn't want to go in. I thought he was gonna go in. We both ended up going in.
You planned on robbing these guys?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Did you know he had a gun?
I believe he did.
Had you seen it?
He didn't flash it to me or anything, but I believe it was in his hoodie. I had no intent on harming anybody. I didn't harm anybody.
Well, wait. Go ahead.
What time do you think you got there?
Close to 11 p.m.
Did you wait in the truck a while?
Yes.
More than a while. Hey, listen, man. Back up. Be complete in what you're saying.
I am.
What were you guys talking about on the way there?
Just listening to music, you know what I mean?
We had to discuss a plan.
It wasn't really like a plan. When we got to the house, he was just like, alright, you're gonna walk up.
What was the plan? What was the purpose of going there?
For some money. For the money.
For just money?
Yeah.
Okay. How much are we talking?
I have no idea. I don't know how much they had. I don't know who the people are. I don't know anything about them. I believe he knew who they were, but I don't have any idea on how much money they had or anything like that.
Okay, so you guys are sitting in the truck.
Yeah.
How long did you sit in the truck?
I would say at least 45 minutes.
What were you waiting for?
Honestly, I wanted to leave. That's not what happened. We waited. I believe somebody walked out and left, and then he was like, alright, it's time to go. And I'm like, I don't want to go. He was like, alright, just get out and walk up, I'm like, man, he had a gun. I didn't want to, argue with him or anything like that. That's me being truthful. But anyways, we walked up.
What were you wearing?
Just a hoodie.
And?
I had a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's it.
What was he wearing?
I believe a black hoodie. I'm sure he had a mask too.
Did you have latex gloves on?
Yes.
See, these are little details you can't leave out.
This is important as shit.
Yeah.
This is full preparation.
Yeah. He handed the gloves and put them on. I'm like, I didn't want to, but I can't argue with the man that has
Wait a
gun.
minute. Wait a minute. This is what Mr. Manning and we were talking about this minimization.
Yeah.
You're now gloved up, masked up, hooded up. Okay? Now, you're either going to be honest with these folks.
See, we even have you in that hoodie beforehand, and the camouflage matches up. So don't minimize anything.
No, I'm not. Sure.
Okay, but you forgot the
sounds
gloves,
like
you
to
forgot
me.
the mask.
It does. See, these are things that you and I, we talked about, and you're not telling. That's what I'm saying. Don't be a speed with. Tell these guys this stuff. They don't think that you're freaking minimizing.
I'm not intending on minimizing anything. I will
Okay,
tell
go
you
ahead.
anything you want to know.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Now you're walking up to the door.
The door was unlocked. We both went inside.
Did you knock on the door or did you just open it?
Yeah, just opened. We go inside.
Now you went in first, right?
Yeah.
And you came back out to make sure he wasn't bailing on you because you had to look around the corner and tell him to come on.
It's all on
Right.
video.
Yeah, it's all
I
on video.
understand.
Do you? It's all on video. So tell these gentlemen what happened.
I understand.
Because you opened the door and then you walked out and you said something to him and it was a couple seconds later before he finally came around the corner.
Yeah, I stepped in the door, I looked out, he walked up, and I closed the door, he's walking up the stairs.
Did you encounter anybody inside the door?
There was somebody standing by the door, by the stairs. I don't know who he was.
Up top or on the landing? Because when you walk in the door, you can either go downstairs or upstairs.
Upstairs.
Okay.
He walked up the stairs. They went directly straight and then turned left. I'm walking up the stairs, and then not even 15 seconds, 10, 15 seconds, that happened.
What happened?
I heard a shot, and then I heard more shots. I immediately turned around and ran down the stairs, opened the door, and ran all the way to my truck. I did not intend on harming anybody.
Okay, what was said when you walked in the front door? Because we got audio too. What was said?
You walked in the front door. Who did you see?
I don't know who it was.
What do you look
Boy,
like? Do you
girl?
remember?
It was a boy. It was
Okay.
a boy.
Do you have dark clothes, light clothes?
I honestly cannot remember.
Okay.
Where was he at? Sorry, Brian. Where was he at? Was he upstairs or was he down on the landing?
I believe he was on the landing walking up the stairs.
Okay, then what happened next?
Like I said, he came in behind me. He followed the dude.
What was said?
I cannot remember that.
Okay.
It was.
Let me help you out. Get the upstairs? Does that sound about right?
I'm sure he said something like that. Yes. They went to the back. I did not have any intent on any doing.
Okay, we get that part.
And then as soon as I heard the shots, I ran out. I ran to my truck, and I shut the door. I turned the truck on. I was pulling off, and then I really hate that he walked up to the truck and got in the truck.
Walked up?
No, he was running. He ran. He had to have been running because I ran to my truck.
You guys came out the door at the same time. So you had to go upstairs.
No, I walked up the stairs.
Right.
And as soon as I heard this, I ran down the stairs.
Because you
within 10 seconds.
You guys were in the house for a few minutes.
Did you go up to the top of the stairs?
Yeah.
Did you go into the kitchen?
I walked.
Did you go into the kitchen?
I almost got into the kitchen.
So, did you get into the kitchen?
I took a step into the kitchen. From
Did you make
from
it to
the top of the stairs to the kitchen is probably 3 or 4 steps.
Did you make it to the back room?
I did not get in the back room, no.
Did you look into the back room?
I could not see.
So where was Skylar this whole time?
He was in the room. I was getting to the room. He was in the room, and I heard this. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go. I don't want to be a part of this. I'm trying to leave him. I get to my truck to leave him, and he got in. I did not feel safe. I told him you had to go. I didn't want any part of this. You got to go.
Okay, hold on. You're going way too fast here. So you go into the kitchen. You take a step into the kitchen, and you said Skylar's already in the room. There was a conversation. What was the conversation about?
Between him and the other people?
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue. I do not know.
Did you see him shooting?
No. I couldn't see anything. I wasn't there yet. But I didn't.
Because there's a series of, I think, 12 shots, and then a pause, and then 3 more where either you or him executed these 2 dudes.
No, I did not execute anybody.
Okay, but there's a pause, so you did not hear shots and take off running, because there's a span. It takes 2 or 3 or 4 seconds to shoot that many times on the video. So you knew what was going on. You just didn't turn around and run down the stairs.
Yeah, I did.
Because on video, you're running to the truck and he's right on your ass the whole way.
Yeah, like I said, I turned and ran down the stairs, and as soon as he did what he did, he was running, like the door was locked. The bottom door handle was locked. It was like turned a little bit. That must have been like from closing the door. You know what I mean? So I ran down the stairs, and it took me 4 or 5 seconds to do that. I was shaking. I did not want any part of that. So I unlocked it, and as soon as I opened the door and ran out, I heard him coming down the stairs behind me, and I'm like, man, I gotta get away from this dude.
Okay, so you take off then. What'd he say?
He was like, man.
You just didn't listen to the radio when you left.
Right.
Which way did you go first? When you drove away, which way did you go?
I went back to left to go to Hubbard, I believe it is, and down Hubbard.
Left on Hubbard, and then where?
The left on West Product.
Back towards the city.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys go when you were done?
We went, I told him he had to find a place to go because I don't want any part of this, and he has to leave, he has to go.
Okay, but he spent the night at your place.
I believe he did.
He did.
He did.
Yeah.
We've already talked to Skyler.
And he helped you spray paint your truck the next morning. Why'd you spray paint your truck?
I don't believe it was the next morning.
Yeah, it was. We got you on video at the AutoZone
Okay,
buying
yeah,
spray paint.
I wasn't sure. But yes, yeah.
You just painted it because you figured somebody'd recognize it.
I mean, I wanted to change the color anyway.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
It goes without saying that Mason is not a very smart criminal. He was hoping that they didn't have any information, and after he told them his story, they would shake his hand and tell him to have a nice day.
Where did you go? Where's the first place you went? After the shooting, where'd you go?
Back to my house.
You went straight back to your house. Did you make any stops?
No.
Did you change any clothes? Did you call anybody?
No.
What did you guys talk about on the way back? What did he say?
He said, he didn't really say much. I didn't want to ask him too many questions. We didn't really discuss it. I'm like, what did you do? Why'd you do that?
First thing I would say is, what happened?
Yeah.
Bro, what happened?
Yeah, that's what yeah.
So what did he say?
He was like, he didn't say much. He was just like, he was nervous, of course. I don't think...
He had to say something like, I just shot them 2 months.
I think he knew that I knew what happened.
Well, you were right next to him, so you had to know.
I did not want any part of that at all.
So what did he say?
Mason is so nervous that he is struggling to come up with his lies. When they ask him, what did Skylar say in the truck, Mason is trying to think of how the scenario would have gone if he was an unwilling participant. If he was telling the truth is usually pretty easy to recall.
He didn't really say much, that's what I'm telling you. He didn't be like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, you know what I mean? I asked him, I was like, what did you do that for? Why did you do that? Like,
And what did he say?
He just said, I think he said he had to, or he thought he had to some extent.
It's kind of important.
It's real important. You need to stop and think. You need to stop.
You're trying to protect Skylar.
No, he did it. He did it both, and I don't understand why he did. I don't know why he did.
So what did he tell you?
Yeah, what did he say?
He told me that he thought the dude was like reaching for something, and that's what he did. That's
Okay, see, that's what we need to hear.
Yeah.
That's what we need to hear. Did you guys get anything out of there?
No.
No dope?
No.
No weed?
Nothing.
Okay, what kind of gun did he use?
I believe it was a 9mm.
Yeah, you're a gun dude. We know that. So you know what kind of gun he had. What kind of gun did he have? Glock. Where'd that come from?
He got it from the streets, I guess.
It's not one of yours?
No.
Because the same ammunition was used as found in your house.
I don't know how he got that, or ammo.
Because it's a specialty ammo. It's not something you just buy anywhere.
I understand. I think he went to the gun show or something, or he got it from somebody. I don't know. But
well, it's kind of funny that you have the same ammo in your house. And I've been doing this 30 years, and that's the first time I've seen the ammo. So I had to Google it, and it's just not sold anywhere. And for you two to have the same ammo, it doesn't make any sense.
Mason, this detective's trying to help you out.
I understand.
I mean, we talked about Being honest.
I'm being honest. Yeah.
And you being a gun guy, I can't see you going to a robbery not having a gun with you. If you didn't use it, you didn't use it. We won't be able to tell, because if there's two different primer strikes on the casings, that means you fired, okay? Because he didn't have two guns. So listen to me for a minute. So if you did, you let me know. If you had a gun, let me know. Now's the time to do it, not later.
Not later.
Now, okay? Because you're a gun guy. You're not going to go do a robbery without a gun.
I wouldn't.
You're not going to do it. I know that for a fact, okay? So if you had a gun, tell me now.
Because guess what?
Later's too late.
And you know what I'm thinking? I'm just along for the ride, but you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking Skylar already told him what you were carrying. So you may want to be honest with him.
Okay.
Okay?
What'd you have?
I had a Glock.
Okay. And you had a Glock too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't.
You didn't have your Mac 9 or anything like that?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking.
No, sir.
Because when you deleted your phone, you left a bunch of pictures on your phone. Okay? So, did you fire at all?
No, sir.
Anytime? Accidentally?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
just
sir.
him.
Yes, sir.
So all the primer strikes are going to be his,
Yes,
the
sir.
same?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They know he is being honest about only one gun being fired because the bullet casings found at the crime scene only came from one gun. What's interesting is when Mason is telling the truth, he appears far more confident than when he is lying.
Where do these guns go to?
I don't have the gun anymore. I gave it.
Okay, yeah, you got rid of it, but
No. I don't hit the gun he used. I think his mom came and got him, and he took it out with him to his mom's house, and I believe he threw it somewhere around there in like a creek.
in Springfield?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about yours that you had with you?
It was at my house, but I don't have it anymore.
Well, what happened to it?
I gave it to my father.
Okay, your dad has it?
Not currently, no.
He got rid of it?
No,
So
not.
where's the gun? That's what.
It's with my Chelsea O'Connor.
So when you
But
left,
it is in my dad's name, and it's not a.
you went back to Dwight in court with the gun, right? When you got to Dwight in court, did you have your gun? And
Yeah.
Skylar had his gun, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Okay. And the gun I was carrying was not a 9mm.
Well, what are you carrying?
It was a Glock 32,
Which is?
357 SIG.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we found some ammunition for that around your house, too.
Okay.
See, I told you, dude, we know it all.
I'm not being truthful
pretty
with
much-
you. I'm telling you the truth.
But we gotta keep dragging stuff out of you.
And that's not
No,
fun.
no,
No, it makes
I'm
you
trying
seem
to
like
tell
you're
you.
lying.
I'm not lying.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, sir.
You're not listening.
Just
What that
did you hear me
detective
say?
just said is that he has to drag this shit out of you.
I mean, you're implicated in a double murder.
Life.
This is not theft of a goof off the front porch, okay? The decisions you make in this room is gonna affect the rest of your life today,
I understand.
okay? We're gonna show you some pictures, okay?
Okay, here's what I want you to do. Look at the pictures, I want you to identify yourself, and then identify Skylar in the picture, okay? 4 pictures there.
Skyler.
What'd you do with your clothes afterwards?
I was very, very concerned. I did not know what to do.
So you burned them in the backyard?
Yes, sir.
Sounds like you knew exactly what to do.
I mean, I wanted to come and talk to you guys. I didn't want any part of this. I got myself involved in something I did not have any intent on doing.
Well, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit.
That looks like intent. So you better believe that when I look at this looks like somebody who's fully well prepared for something.
Gloves, you got gloves on. This isn't
That's what I'm saying.
This isn't spur of the moment, dude.
Remember what he said about minimization? That's what you're doing. And you're f***ing yourself up.
I told everybody. I told you everything you wanted to know.
You're not listening to me.
Okay.
You're not receiving the message I'm sending you. Mr. Manning told you. You play the fool in here and minimize, I'm going to be the first son of a bitch that burns you. And you're doing just that. I hate to sit here and see you piss away your life. I'm tired of it. I hate seeing this happen to people. I've done everything I can to bring you a boss. You better get the across on this thing and get bloody well ahead of it. Or you'll pay for the remainder of your natural born goddamn life. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So now
Answer the detective's question.
So now we're on the same page, correct?
Mason's lawyer gets very aggressive with him because he can see that Mason is trying to deceive the detectives. Mason must be 100% honest with the police before the prosecution will even consider making a deal.
Correct?
Yes.
So what was the purpose of painting the truck?
I believe somebody would have identified the truck, and I wanted to.
Conceal it.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that?
I guess both of ours. I guess. I mean.
My truck. I'm going to decide whether or not it needs painting if somebody done did seen it. So whose idea was it?
Mine.
Well, why didn't you say that?
Well, I mean, he played a part like, yeah, I think we should do that, and I'm like, okay.
You guys were discussing how to get rid of this stuff.
I wanted him away from me. He said he
You've said that
he
before.
didn't have nowhere to go. I told him, you gotta call your mom and get away from me. That's exactly what I told him, and that's what he did.
Is there anything else you want to tell us that we're missing?
There's got to be something.
Like, what?
I don't know.
You guys got everything, so.
So when you went in the front door, you went in first. Did you have your gun out?
Gee, that was a leading question. They must know the answer. Would it be helpful if I were truthful? Yes, it would.
Yes.
Were you the one yelling at him to get the fuck upstairs? Because it kind of sounds like you on the video.
I don't remember it.
No, think harder. Think harder.
It happened within like 20 seconds.
But, okay, I don't care if it was 10 days. I don't care if it was a second. He asked you the question.
Yeah, you guys were in there like a minute and a half. And I'm going to ask you again, did you fire your
No.
gun?
No.
Okay, but you were back there. You just didn't take one step into the kitchen because he's ordering them around. You can hear it all on the neighbor's video. You can hear him ordering them around. You just didn't take one step in the kitchen.
He was telling him, you know what I mean? I didn't say anything, really.
Okay, but you were up with him.
I walked up the stairs to the kitchen, yes. And that's when he did what he did, and I ran.
Now, wait a minute. That was real fast. They said there was a minute and a half here. I want to know what happened.
By the time you guys walked into the door till we heard shots is like a minute and a half.
Come on. You know how long that is.
I'm telling the
That's
truth.
an eternity.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you guys the truth. I have not lied.
Okay, so there you were, laying down in the kitchen, waiting. Talk about lying. You're in the kitchen for a minute and a half while he's ordering people around? Or did you say something? Get upstairs. We need to know.
We walked in. There was somebody there.
You had your gun out.
He walked up the stairs.
You had your gun out. Did you talk to that person?
I cannot remember yet. I'm sure I can't.
You can, and we need to know. For your own self. Because you know what? This could make the difference between 20 and life. Because 20 years is a long time until you have to serve life.
I understand.
Do you?
I understand.
It's not a long time until you serve 20, and now you have to do the rest of your life.
Yeah, how old are you?
I am 22, sir.
So you're 42, and now you got to serve the rest of your life. So the question is, what did you say?
I don't remember what I said.
Well, you better think harder.
Okay.
How is it that we know more than you do when you were there?
What's done is done.
Yes.
You can't take it back.
No.
And you got the best help sitting next to you right now, so like I said, now's the time. If you ordered them upstairs, you did. If you didn't, you didn't. If you don't remember, you don't remember.
It's recorded, buddy. It's recorded. What'd you say?
Why was there so many shots and then?
I don't know why he even shot. I don't know.
Because there was a series of shots and then there was a pause and then there's 3 more.
Yeah, I think he saw one of them like trying to fight him or like reach or something. I think and then that's why he did that.
Did he tell you that? Because you just don't think. Did he tell you that?
He said he thinks he saw him like reach for something or something like that, like stand up or something, and then.
During the entire interview, the prosecutor hasn't said a word, but he's getting tired of Mason's games, and he's about to let him know. The only time Mason gives a direct answer is if the answer is the truth. The rest is him mumbling or claiming he doesn't remember.
Did you see him get shot?
No.
How do you know they shot? I mean, Mason, I'm back. I've been good this whole time, man.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to lose my mind. I'm getting ready to stop this interview. Okay. I don't want to do that. I know this is hard for you, but you guys had guns. This is a fucking planned robbery. You had your guns out. You're ordering them around. I haven't even heard the tape. What was said? Where were people? You keep changing. I was not in the kitchen. I'm a step into the kitchen. I'm over here by the door. You keep changing your story.
No, I didn't.
And I mean, I'm going to stop this, and then I'm going to do what I told you before. What I tell you I'm going to do if you come in here and minimize and not tell me the truth. What I tell you
I understand. I'm telling you the truth.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a break. You're going to talk to your attorney. If you're willing to come up here and tell the rest, I'm going to do this. If not, I'm stopping it. We're done. And we're going to go our own ways. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to give you a break. Give yourself just a minute. Take your time. Talk to your attorney. Your attorney knows exactly what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be in here yelling, screaming, anything else. Talk to your attorney. Take a break.
The men leave the room and come back 15 minutes later. After they sit down, they ask Mason to go through the important parts again, and this time he has to be honest.
So it's Trenton, Skyler, and you, okay? You guys are going upstairs. Then what?
Detectives just did about at least 30% more of the work for you, 50 to be even conservative. I would suggest that you provide 100% of the story now, because if you recall, Mr. Manning and I, at least I can speak for myself, you're about ready to make my head pop. He's probably got a headache. He's got important shit to handle and people who will tell the truth that he can work with. And these guys are doing half of your work. So quit fucking up and get this done right, because we're giving you every opportunity.
Okay, so you guys are at the kitchen. Then what?
Trenton goes in the back door. I believe he said, get in the room. He went into the room. I'm not in the room. I'm in the kitchen. I was following them. He was struggling with the other guy, I think. I'm not sure of his name.
When you say other guy and him, we don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know his name, I'm sorry.
Okay, but...
Trenton's the skinny guy. The other guy's kind of heavier.
Francisco is his name.
Yeah. Okay. So you can say the skinny guy or the bigger guy.
Yeah, it's a skinny guy, but...
The bigger guy was in the kitchen. Like I said, he told him to get in the room.
Who told him?
Skyler told the bigger guy to get in the room. And when he got in the room, the skinny guy, he like stood up and like reached for something, and that's when he shot, and then he...
Did you see that?
No.
That's when who shot?
Skyler.
You said before, though, you saw him laying there.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
You asked me if I saw him laying there, I told you no.
Okay.
But you saw somebody get shot.
I heard the shots ring off. As soon as I did that, I was like, oh man, what the and headed for the door. I heard some more shots, and I'm going down the stairs. I hear some more shots. I'm like, man, what the This dude's crazy. I go to the door. I'm unlocking the door. I turn the door handle, and I run out the door. And he's behind me, yes.
Okay. Now, when you went up to the door the first time, you said it was unlocked and you went in.
Right.
How'd it get locked?
I have absolutely no clue. When we walked in the door, I think he shut it, and he might have like turned the handle, or like, because it's just a little knob. I think he might have turned that when he was shutting the door. Because it was locked when I got it.
Okay.
Mason spends the next 15 minutes going over little details of the case leading up to the shooting itself. What the detectives want to know is what happened in the kitchen when the shooting took place, so they bring that up again. As usual, Mason stutters as he does his best to lie to the police.
You said originally you know who was shot first and who was shot second. How do you know that?
I don't know who was shot first.
You told us earlier you did.
The guy, they walked in the room. Skyler had walked with them in the room. The guy that was sitting, I'm sure he was sitting down, he was in the room.
How are you sure he was sitting down? You didn't look in the room.
I didn't look in the room.
But you said he was sitting down.
I said I'm sure he was probably sitting down, yes. He was they were in the room.
How would you know that?
I don't know that. I don't know who was shot first and who was shot second. I do not know that, no. I know he shot them though, yes. I do know that.
What did he tell you?
When we got in the car, he didn't really say anything. He was like jittery.
You guys talked a lot about it later. What did he say?
He said he shot him, yeah.
Which one?
Both.
Okay, but he said the whatchamajiggy went for a pistol, and I had to hit him to save myself. It was self-defense. So, which one did he say he hit first?
He didn't tell me which one he shot first.
Okay.
So how did you figure out when you told us earlier that he shot this person first?
I didn't say who he shot first.
Hey,
I don't know who they are. I don't, you know what I mean?
The big guy or the little guy? You told us earlier.
The big guy, he walked in the room with the big guy.
How long after did he shoot? How long after the shot, since when he entered the room? How long did it take?
When he entered the room, I would say not even 10 seconds, I heard shots.
Okay. How much money was in this? How much money was?
I have no idea.
So you're telling like a roundabout, $100, thousands of dollars. Like, why are you agreeing to go armed to a robbery to go get some money?
What's your cut?
There wasn't. I'm sure it would be 50-50 of the cut. We didn't talk about how much money was in the house. He just knew that they sold drugs and they had a lot of money.
Okay, so he'd be like, dude, they sold drugs, they have fucking shit tons of money. Like, I'm not going to do a robbery unless I know what's in it for me. Like, this is a big deal. Like, you went and planned to go rob somebody with a gun, right? You put gloves on and masked up, you planned to go rob them, right? So you didn't know exactly what you were going to try to get out of this house?
Money.
Yeah, but he'd be like, dude, I've been in there and I saw wads of cash, I saw fucking money, thousands of dollars. Like, you had no idea what kind of money.
He had a picture of one of the guys holding money like that. I don't know how much money was there.
So where was this picture out of? On his phone or what?
Yeah.
Be like, look, man, look how much fucking money these guys. I've been in the house. Did he say how he knew these guys?
I don't know how he knew them, though.
He didn't. So all he said is, look, I know he's got money. Look, here's on my phone. There's wads of cash. We're gonna go hit this. Was there talk about who's going through pockets, who's doing what?
No.
And you were gonna go and have your gun and make sure he was gonna go ahead and take everything?
Yes.
And then what are you guys talking about for an hour and a half outside of Idlebrook before this all goes down?
It was mostly just listening to music. The only thing we really discussed was what we would do. You know what I mean?
Tell me what you were going to do.
Walk in the house, get the money and leave. That was really the plan. I don't know why he did what he did.
That's fair enough, but what are you talking about? Why did you decide? Why, like they asked you before, why did you ultimately decide to get out of your truck and go into that house at that period of time?
Mostly I was scared. I just wanted money. I needed money. I was short at the time for rent. That's really what did it. I didn't have any intentions of harming anybody.
I don't care. I'm just talking about, not asking about that. Why do you decide at that point to go into that house? Like, did you go, hey, the pizza guy just came, I see them there, like, what's going on? Who's saying what in that
That's
car?
what he said, yeah. He said, he saw somebody leave, then the pizza guy pulled up, the pizza guy left. He was like, all right, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, so when do you put the gloves on?
At that point.
Did you guys try to come up with a plan about what you were going to say if you got caught by the police?
No. All he said was, I'm not going to say anything. And I'm just thinking like, I'll tell him everything. I didn't do it, so I don't have a reason to run or hide. So I made mistakes, yeah, but my intentions was to talk to you guys. I was just really scared. I didn't know.
In the end, both men would be charged with aggravated murder, aggravated burglary, and all with firearm specifications. Both men would take the case to trial, and both men would get on the stand and testify against each other. Both men would be found guilty of all 17 charges, and both men would receive 56 years to life in prison. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this case, so please share them in the comments below.